Your Honor, I must make on behalf of myself and Cahe at least a preliminary objection to the convening of the contested case hearing. I do not believe that the hearings officer nor the DLNR has the proper authority to conduct these proceedings. From a legal perspective, they actually lack the subject matter jurisdiction to do so.
Mr. Kayama, that would be inconsistent with what your co-counsel represented earlier this week.
My co-counsel?
Yes.
Well, I'm also been co-counsel for Cahe, and I actually do have the permission of Cahe to make this position. So I'm just letting you know I'm making the record, and I do intend at some point, while the court may consider it or not, I do at some point wish to provide a motion and submit a motion to that effect, providing the legal basis why this court lacks that jurisdiction.
I'm going to ask that you consult with co-counsel as you decide to do that.
Well, Your Honor, as you know, co-counsel and I have come in.
I'm asking you to do that, that's all.
I'm just telling you that we are coming in at the last minute. I also do have the permission of Cahe to make that position.
Ms. Aluli was here on Monday. And so she made certain representations upon which I relied.
Okay.
And
I'm letting you know,
all I
Your
am
Honor.
asking you to do is to please consult with her.
Yes.
As you go forward. That's all.
Okay. Okay. I will do so. With respect to the order denying the motion to strike the CDUA, the application, we would again object and then submit.
There is a reconsideration process.
Yes, and I want to address that as well. I do understand that the hearings officer, from my review of the records, have set various time limits for the reconsideration of its orders, whether it be 5 days or 3 days, or in some cases, I understand 2 days. I do wish to make for the record, of course, that is consistent with the regular rules of procedures in the court proceedings. As Your Honor may know, the regular procedure is that the party opposing has 10 days from the filing of the order, 10 days from the filing of the order to file a motion for reconsideration. So because this is a quasi-judicial proceeding, I would just wish to make for the record that the limits of time for the filing of motion for reconsideration.
Kayama,
Your Honor, I'm just making my record.
Excuse me. The appropriate place to do that would be if you file a motion for reconsideration and you object as to the time, that would be the place to do it.
Okay, so I understand that now, but that was not what was stated in the orders. So that now that we understand it, I am making for the record that the normal course is 10 days after the filing of the minute, after filing of the order. So I just wish to point that out for the hearings officer and make that position on behalf of Cahe and the other petitioners. Secondly,
Wait, are you representing the other petitioners?
No, I'm not. I'm not representing. I'm just making that statement. Your Honor,
you've spoken to the other petitioners and make that representation after speaking to each one?
I cannot say that I've done that.
Well, then I'm going to ask you to please be specific about your representations, because especially in the case of the petitioners, it needs to be really clear right now.
That is fine, Your Honor. I'm sorry, I withdraw that. I do know that I've had conversations with some of the petitioners who have voiced that concern about the limit of the minute order and the motions for reconsideration.
And the appropriate place, as I am saying, to raise that objection would be in the motion for reconsideration.
Okay, thank you. That is now clarified, which was not clarified in any of the minute orders.
And it's the second time I've said it. So
Okay.
anything else?